Alright, you guys, thank you guys for chilling with me up on this Token with Mojo, what we are token every single day. Today, people, we're doing a reaction video to some Jurassic Park's theory content. Now, I'm going to be leaving links down below to the YouTuber, giving him his props. I follow this dude. He talks about Jurassic Park all the fucking time. Um, he talks about Jurassic Park, freaking comics, freaking games, memorabilia, all that kind of stuff. So links to his channel will be down below. But I'm a huge fan of Jurassic Park and Ghost Rider in the background. So, dude, I have a huge thing of Jurassic Park memorabilia, comics, Funko Pops, all that kind of stuff in the background. And I was born March of '93. So I'm as old as Jurassic Park and all that kind of shit. Let's just say every time they say that Jurassic Park gets a little bit older, I start crying. Little thing though in the background. If you guys want to see me do freaking comic reviews and stuff like that, right now I'm reading this comic. So if you know, you know. If you don't know, go to your local comic book store and pick this up. Let's just say right now I'm finding it a little bit hard to find back issues of this, but hey, that's for the next issue. I mean, that's for the next video. So if you want to hear me talk about comics, freaking Ghost Rider comics, I collect the like what recent running of Ghost Rider comics and shit like that. Freaking just leave a like down below. Ask me, let me know. And also I'll be talking more about this too. So just ask me and get those likes up and everything like that. But today we're going to be reacting to the Jurassic Park theory. Let's just say, I got my own theory. So stay tuned and you'll find out. Let's go.
The new plot synopsis has come out for Jurassic World Rebirth, and it looks like something very bad has happened to the dinosaurs after the last movie. The most recent information regarding the new film states that the planet's ecology has proven to be largely inhospitable to the dinosaurs, and the remaining creatures that have survived exist in, quote, isolated equatorial environments with climates resembling the ones in which they once thrived.
Okay, so pretty much how they're trying to freaking talk about it is like, how animals migrate and all this kind of shit. Well, they first went out into the world because, humans probably spread them all out and shit like that. Now they're freaking adapting to the world and now they're migrating and all this kind of shit. So my one theory is going to be that they're going to have a great migration of dinosaurs. It's gonna be like a little peaceful moment and shit like that, where people, villains, and everybody can come together. And you know how you see birds. Whoops. Oh shit, my bad. You know how you see birds, right? How they migrate and everything. Well, you're gonna see dinosaurs migrate. You're gonna see the big migration of dinosaurs. So, yeah, and yeah. I'm sorry about the whole video, but it is what it is. But yeah, you're gonna see a whole great migration of the dinosaurs and shit. So I hope that they'll put that in the video where it's just like a really cool, peaceful scene where you see, like, it was kind of like the great migration of dinosaurs. I think how you saw in Jurassic Park 2. I think it was. I think it was also Jurassic Park 2. How they, before they drove through all the dinosaurs and they started capturing them, they saw that all of these dinosaurs were migrating in one direction, and it was like really cool. So they may do something like that. I hope they do something like that.
What happened to Owen Grady's raptor, Blue, or even Beta? And what about all of the dinosaurs contained in the Biosyn Valley? Well, I think there's some other clues in this synopsis that could give us a good idea in terms of what to expect.
Oh, gotta love that logo. This man is the GOAT.
What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Now look, I've been making Jurassic Park videos for like nearly 8 years. We've gone through a ton of subjects regarding this franchise before in the past, and when it comes to movie plot details for sequels, we are never really given the lowdown on what exactly
Oh, real quick. So this is a 420 friendly episode. Let's just say I'm gonna be hitting a 420 friendly product or doing 420 friendly things. So if you don't like it, please let me know in the comments down below. Just let me know and be like, yo, come on, we don't want to see that, and I'll probably shoot a 420 friendly video or possibly put it on my 420 friendly channel. If you want to know about that, you gotta hit me in the comments. You gotta freaking watch the freaking videos and shit like that, and I'll let you know. But, dude, just giving you fair warning from this point forward.
Exactly is going on in a new film. Even as far as Dominion was concerned, that movie kind of wanted us to think that the movie was actually going to be about the dinosaurs being all
Don't
over the
even
world.
get
And
me
then
started
what
about
do you get when you
Dominion.
watch the film?
Don't even get me started about Dominion. Now, if you want to know my honest opinion about Dominion, I'll rewatch that fucking movie for the second time and we'll go in because that's kind of how I feel about that movie. Like, how these kids are running is how I feel about that movie. Oh, God. I mean, if you want to get my honest reaction, leave a like down below. Ask me all in the comments, shit like that. I'll give you my honest reaction. Oh, God. Oh, God.
With this whole idea that all of the dinosaurs are dead, that I've been seeing people buzzing around about, look, I don't think that's what the plot synopsis is really trying to say. And I actually think that when you compare the ideas there with the other half of the synopsis, where, quote, they come face to face with a sinister, shocking discovery that's been hidden from the whole world for decades, well, I think we get a better picture as to what could be going
think
on
it's another
here.
character
So
that we're
look,
gonna
in
be
regards
introduced
to literally all of the dinosaurs dying, I don't think that's what the movie plot is trying to say, because think about it. If Scarlett Johansson still has to go to an expedition to actually acquire DNA of gigantic and massive creatures in a tropical location, that means that there are still some animals that are alive and wild they can't just get a simple blood sample from. So I don't think it's actually been contained so much as it's just been isolated. They migrated down there, but we don't have a handle on this. They are still in control. At least that's what it looks like from the synopsis. Now, how did the surviving dinosaurs get down there in the first place? Well, if they didn't migrate on their own, the only possible explanation is that somebody put them there. Unless there's some
Okay,
kind of
so
weird other explanation as to how they...
my theory, though, is that we're dealing with a third character. Now, mind you, we were introduced into Dominion with a second character, and that threw everybody up by out of left. I mean, that came out of left field. Like, who the fuck was this scientist dude that we never heard anything about? Like, we had no Easter egg about at all. But then in Dominion, he comes out and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've been here the whole time." No, we're gonna have some other dude that had the money to give John Hammond so he could always walk around and say spare no expense. I think John Hammond had the dream of dinosaurs and everything, and the other dude had the money to allocate to get all the resources to do all this shit. And he has the money and the fuck you money to say, I don't want to be seen at all. So he basically controls either engine or biosyn in the background and shit like that. And he's probably a very, very militant person too. So at the beginning, there was probably three, because you had John Hammond, the visionary. You had the scientist dude. I forget his name. I'm sorry, but Dominion was not that good. Like I said, you want my opinion? Leave a link down below. I'll give you a video about it. And then we have the other dude that possibly wanted to militarize the dinosaurs after a certain point, after he realized, like, hey, I made the dinosaurs. We made the dinosaurs. Now I can militarize them. And they were like, fuck no. So that's when the whole big split happened, because the other dude, the scientist dude, he successfully made dinosaurs. Well, he cloned them, and he also cloned his daughter. So he, like, that's a thing too. So, yeah. Let's get back to it.
they got there. Look, I think the fact that they stumble upon an abandoned engine place at some point in the film, something is telling me that we may actually be in for some really interesting lore here. But who exactly is monitoring the dinosaurs down there if that's really the case? Because the plot synopsis also says that Zora Bennett's operation intersects with a civilian family who's on a boating expedition. So there are people going down there to see the wild animals, just like Jurassic Park 3. They get a little too close and they get capsized by marauding aquatic reptiles. So with truly wild animals left to kind of terrorize or take up residence around the equator, I think there may very well be something strange going on down there regarding that engine or biosyn location, whatever it may be, that we need to learn more about. You know, like what kind of shocking discovery gets kept secret from the world for decades? 20 years ago alone would be 2007 or 8 by this movie's timeline of events. And I think it's more than likely older than that from the set photos of the old engine stuff, because this equipment looks like it comes from the Jurassic Park era, so it's more like the 1990s. One of the bigger theories I've seen discussed is the DX disease from the Michael Crichton novels, which, if you didn't know, was a contagious problem that was supposed to kill off all of the dinosaurs on Isla Sorna and may even jump over to humans, which freaked the Costa Rican government out a lot. I've done a ton of videos on that before in the past, and it's something that I think would still make for a really cool film. But honestly, I'm not so sure this is what they're doing for the next movie, because I think Disease X becoming a part of the story this late in the game of dinosaurs going global is a little difficult to make sense as well. Like, why didn't it happen earlier if that were the case around Fallen Kingdom time? You know what I mean? But what we factually know is that there's some kind of hidden problem down towards the equator that InGen or someone has been trying to keep a tight lid on for decades.
Like I said, it's probably another character that's down there that has the money to pay off the government, and everybody that comes down there to say fuck you, I'm not dealing with you right now. And now that the dinosaurs are everywhere, people are like, oh well, there's dinosaurs around here too, and it's like another secret island. It's kind of like we're gonna find that there's another secret island and like another nefarious character or some shit like that. Or maybe since these guys are no, because if we're going back in time to around that age, then they'd probably be able to bring them back and shit like that.
Decades. And now, coincidentally, all of the surviving dinosaurs are around it and causing chaos everywhere they go around the equatorial location. So is the engine place just a coincidence that all the dinosaurs are there? Or was this something that was actually put in place way back during the Jurassic Park days as a failsafe in case the animals ever got off of the island? I don't think something is literally calling the animals back there by any means. How do you get a shocking discovery within the Jurassic Park franchise, kept secret for decades, and then all of the dinosaurs just kind of start to surround this equatorial location after not being able to live anywhere else once they do go global? Like,
because you have the money to spare no expense to keep that secret well known this whole time.
Like, how are those two things connected? You know what I mean? Now, I know a lot of people are saying that they think this means every dinosaur from the last movie, except a select few, died. But look, I don't think that's the case. And in fact, it kind of looks like most of these surviving animals either migrated towards warmer locations, which is normal, kind of like birds. It could also have something to do with this sinister discovery that they find later on hidden from everyone for years. That's the part that a lot of people aren't really talking about. Now, of course, most of the dinosaurs that were in those really cold environments, yes, I think most of them did die. And in fact, I think one of the reasons they're doing this movie from a screenwriting level, bringing back David Koepp, is because, and I know some of you guys are massive fans of Dominion, look, that movie kind of took things to a level that it just doesn't really explain how anything makes sense at all. And yes, I know some dinosaurs lived in colder environments, but come on, like, not every dinosaur ever lived in the harsh snow. And with tectonic plate shifts from Pangea to where everything wound up in the Triassic to the Cretaceous, let alone today, I mean, I don't know if any of you guys have ever tried to hatch eggs from really any kind of animal, but the whole idea of Blue laying an egg in an environment covered in snow where the incubation temperature is most likely not comparable to what a velocity.
Okay, so real quick, I think that when Blue laid her egg, it was like in spring or summer. Like, that baby in that movie was like at least maybe a year or two old. So when Blue disappeared, all that kind of shit, she immediately was pregnant, and she was like, "All right, well, it's a warm climate. I'm gonna go lay my egg, protect it, everything like that." And then when she came back, it was the fall. So you know what I mean? Like, come on, man, come on.
Velociraptor or even Deinonychus would need to survive,
That
it's
baby was
honestly
not
pushing
that
it,
young.
if you ask me. And look, if InGen, Biosyn, the governments, or nobody else captured the dinosaurs and transported them there, then I do wonder if they all migrated down to this location. Like, did they just find themselves caught in the middle of something crazy we've never seen before? It's just
Yes.
something to think about. Personally, I do believe most
Or
of the dinosaurs
someone
that
that
were
we've
in
never
those
seen
really
before.
cold locations from Jurassic World Dominion did die off because they couldn't survive there. And honestly, I think that's common sense and, just feels like something normal when you compare like a lot of these creatures in their prehistoric environments to the modern day. Like, you don't put something like a polar bear in the desert. Animals are not made to live everywhere in the world. I don't think that's where they were actually meant to be. But anyways, guys, this is very interesting in regards to how they got around the equator. I love the idea of them migrating down there to get away from everything because it feels natural and animalistic. But I also do wonder, what is the correlation to this island location? Is it just similar temperature to what they were used to, and InGen purposely picked a place that the dinosaurs were well acclimated to when they would clone them? If it is, then what's the shocking discovery? Because I'm not so sure it's DX, and I have no idea what else it could be. But
If
those
it
are all
is,
just
oh
my
my
own thoughts
God.
and opinions on this subject matter. I'd love to hear all of your own theories, everything else you're thinking about with this new movie, in the comments down below.
All right, people. Well, that is my reaction to Eckhart's. Well, not Eckhart's. To Home Dude. So if you like this kind of content, leave your comments down below. Leave your likes and comments down below. And I'll see you guys in the next Token with Mojo.